it up here tonight.
And not only do they get them up early. When they get off in transition and like to run, if they find a shooter, they can knock it down.
Inside, here comes Fears the other way. Getting downhill fast, missing at the rim.
Both these teams trying to fill each other out in the opening of SEC play. Heavy on the guard play in this game, but you still got to find the matchup to give you an advantage.
Good one by the freshman Fears. Fears wide open. And 3-2.
A strong left-hand driver, able to get his shoulder into the defender and get all the way to the cup.
Fears has not been able to get going yet, off the mark. All right, Fears with a mismatch, goes high off the glass, off the mark. Fears open, pulls from deep.
It's going, and then he'll be able to hit the outside shot.
Got to credit the defense of LeBaron Philon. Hand in the face, forcing the miss.
As well as Elijah Martin.
Jeremiah Fears back on the floor for Oklahoma, spinning away from the D, and that is his first.
Back and forth.
Oh, and then Sears gets a hard screen from Godwin.
Get your head on a swivel.
Fears, pump fake, and a step back three.
Off the man, ball back to Oklahoma.
Godwin, second leading scorer for Oklahoma with 11 points. And Fears is bumped. Fears wants it with 6 on the shot clock. That's defender on his hip. And the elbow jumper goes.
Opportunity to try to keep the pace and see what you can do in league play to come up with a regular season championship.
8 minutes to play here in the second half. Fears probing his flip off the...
Obviously in the top 10, but I have to go with the Ole Miss Rebels and what Chris Beard has going on. Has some really good players transferring in. Obviously, you have a head coach by way of the post-up. They've been taking advantage of some mismatches when they've been able to get them in expounding on the offensive and defensive end to make them really compete.
He makes them both at the free throw line. He now...
See it in the second half. As you mentioned, Jeremiah Fears with 11 points in this second half. His first taste of SEC play.
Hesitation, Fears. And he draws.
An SEC play.
At the Maravich Center in Baton Rouge. Should be a great... Fears that step back. That's a deep 2. He has been... And Alabama has hit 100 on the past 6 years under Nate Oates.
He's had some really good defensive teams. You go back to the first year on
at Joliet, Illinois, and he's surrounded by 4 veterans.
Well, I tell you, he's playing like a veteran himself. This is a young player that plays with soul in the paint.
Fears, just a dynamic score. Takes the bump, but he loses it. Here to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, inside Coleman Coliseum, alongside Richard Hendricks. I'm John Schriff, and it's Alabama off to a 6-point lead here in this first half. Kobe Elvis in the corner, missing the
corner, slipping it. Nice pass, putting it on the deck.
Fears bumping, no call.
Hit his stride.
The key for him, can he stay out of foul trouble and stay on the floor for Alabama?
That's always how it goes.
Is there a story you'd like to talk about?
Well, you know. Switch his speeds and then find a crease for the layup. Phenomenal.
Up top, and Godwin throws it down.
For Alabama, because both teams are getting easy buckets right now.
Fears, good find to Godwin, missing, gets his own miss, up and in.
On the season, I would expect them, if you want to pick a sleeper, could be the Rebels.
Okay. They got their win over Georgia.
As needed in the corner.
Fears dumps off, up and under. Nice.
Beautiful read there by Mark Sears.
Good transition D by Oklahoma.
Pretty He has great end-to-end speed, and he's surprisingly strong with his ability to make defenders bounce off of him.
Nelson once again with the shot clock running down and a reach in.
It's important for Youngblood to come into the game and get himself going.
Reed off the mark. It's pulled down the guard play.
They both guards doing a really good job getting out in transition. This game has been pleasantly surprised with their ability to play well with each other.
Pylon off the mark and Fears tracks down. Sears shakes his defender. He finds Phylon open from three. Knocks it down. Sears, when he gets going in, it's tough, but Fears, a huge size advantage. Here comes the double on him in the post, fighting through it, gets his own miss, but he's stripped down low. Race midway into the second half.
And it was a tough shot, you know, a high degree of difficulty, and there's the veteran taking it something that can travel, and you have to be able to rebound in the paint. So when you have that level of physicality, it's important.
Hello, Euro.
To this coaching staff, and they say Sam Godwin is sneaky athletic. Well, I tell you, there's nothing sneaky about that.
It was Phylon rising to rebound as Spears resets. Youngblood might have walked with it. Now gets to the cup and off the wing.
Some experience, off to a hot start, and with a win in SEC play, 12-2 there.
Passing, Nelson thought about it on the deck, bump, no call, but he gets it to go. So with a double now, 12 points, his 10th rebound.